Hi, Miss G here, and welcome to middle school. This week, we're going to be addressing a problem that a lot of my students are already having, and that's homework. I've already heard, I forgot it. It's at home. And the worst one, I was busy. But homework is an important part of your grade. And not having it done means that you're not going to receive full credit. It may even mean that you get a 0, and zeros really hurt your grades. You may not have done homework before in elementary school, but it's an important part of secondary school. And we are preparing and getting ready for higher grades and harder work. And unfortunately, that means we have to prepare and get ready and practice outside of regular class time. In our last episode, we talked about using a planner. And a planner is an important part of being successful. Most successful adults, keep planners or calendars in their phone, their computer, in their briefcase, their purse, or at their desk. You need to use your planner faithfully and organize your time during the week. Make time for homework every day, and you'll have plenty of time to do your hobbies and participate in activities and hang out with your friends and family. Plan your week and know your activities. Manage your time, or it will manage you. Some nights will be light, and some will be more difficult. Learn to go with the flow and make the most of each day. If you have extra time, you can get ahead, or you can just take that time to enjoy that night. I know it feels good to be on top of my work. When my work is done, that means my playtime is extra fun. What I'm going to suggest to you is that you establish routines. The word routine sounds boring, but it can be your friend. Working at the same time, the same place, under the same conditions each day will help doing homework become a habit, and you're going to get better and faster at getting things done. First of all, you need to find a spot that works for you. One of the spots that works well for me is at the dining room table. Another place is that I have a desk in my office. Maybe you have a desk in your room. Some kids like to work at the kitchen counter or at the kitchen table. All of that is fine as long as it's kind of quiet and there's no distractions. Good lights and good lighting helps keep you awake and alert. When I was a kid, I liked to lay on my bed or lay on the floor to do homework. But now that I'm older, I find sitting at a desk or table helps me stay more focused. The kitchen table or someplace like that may be fine if there's no one else around and no one is talking or the television's not on. Those kinds of things are distracting, and it makes you take more time. Every time you get distracted, it's going to take you longer to get your work done. So do try to find a quiet place. I've heard some students complain about younger brothers and sisters. So perhaps asking for a desk and a good lamp in your room, someplace where you can shut the door and have some peace and quiet for an hour every day, might be a great idea for you. I also put my phone on Do Not Disturb, or I put it in another room or put it somewhere to charge. It's very tempting to get involved in social media and answer emails and texts, and that can eat away at your time and your productivity. So here we have our backpack, we're ready to go, and the first thing we take out is our planner, and we see what work we have to do for the day. We talked about that before, and establishing how long it's going to take us and perhaps what order we're going to do our homework in. Sometimes it's good to do the toughest thing first and eat that frog and get it out of the way. If the worst thing you had to do every day was to eat a frog, probably the best thing to do is eat it first thing right away, and then you don't have to sit and worry about it all day long. Another tip is to take each thing out of your backpack, and we talked about having folders And some teachers have binders. But for example, we take our folder out of our backpack for our subject. We open it up. A good tip is to keep the work you need to do in the left-hand side of your folder. And when it comes back graded, put it in the right-hand side of your folder. Then that routine means you always know where to look for the work that needs to be done. So then you take out the work that you need to do. You get your pens and pencils out and you get started on your work. You focus, you concentrate, you get it done. Then you put it back in your folder and put your folder right away back in your backpack. Take out your pen and check off. Done. Did it. Back in the backpack. Next, take out the next folder. Repeat. Do the same thing. Take out your folder. Get out your work. Do your work. Focus. Don't get distracted. Put it back in the backpack. Okay? If you keep it right in front of you, you keep your folder right there, and you keep your work right here, and you keep your backpack with you, out, done, folder, back in the backpack. You can't lose your work or forget your work if you follow this rule. Also, try not to wander away from your work area with your papers or with something. Now, sometimes you do have to go work at a computer. Sometimes that computer may be in the family office or somewhere else in the house. Perhaps you should take your whole setup with you or take your folder with you. Make sure that it's just a routine. Take it out, do it, back in the folder, back in the backpack. That goes for notebooks, it goes for binders, it goes for anything that we're working on. I use this system. This is my backpack. As you can see, those are really my folders. You can see those are really my binders. These are really my pencils. And I showed you my planner. So I use the exact same system I'm suggesting to you. The next thing, and maybe the last thing you do, is make sure you've got all the work done in the planner. You've checked it all off. If you need to put anything in your backpack, your PE uniform, extra pencils, you realize you're low on pencils, replenish it. You're low on paper, replenish it right then and there. Your snack, you ate your snack that day, water, whatever it is that you need. Go get it, put it in your backpack, put everything back. It's time, let's put the planner back in, let's put our pencil case back in, zip up our backpack and go put it somewhere where you won't forget it. Occasionally, I've even had students tell me that they have forgotten their whole backpack coming to school that day. It's super important that you make routines and follow them so that you can come to school ready and confident about the day. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope this video was helpful to you. So hit the like button and subscribe below. Don't forget to leave comments or questions. And I just want to take a minute in this video to give a shout out to my growing number of viewers and subscribers. It's pretty exciting to be able to help my students like Gamer Penguin and students around the world like Jordan from England. Hi, Jordan. I love being a teacher and I love helping my students to become successful. So get organized, do your homework, and be amazing.